There is an old photo, a high school baseball picture, East Valley High School in Spokane. That's what's-his-face there, and down in front of me, a year younger, is a guy named Keith Mack. And as time had its way with all of us, Keith had a son named Casey, and Casey loved baseball. He played as a kid and on into college at Whitworth. Casey is a grown man now. That's the garage behind his home in Port Angeles. And that's Casey going to work in the garage, where his dreams have come true. There are old catcher's masks in the shop and old pennants. There are baseballs lined up and cleats, but mostly the garage is filled with leather from a bygone era. There are baskets and baskets of very old baseball gloves. They are stacked up in piles. There's an ancient workbench that can barely contain the cowhide. They overflow off the shelves, all of them transformed by boot grease and time and dirt and summer sunshine and spit and the sweat of boys and girls and the joy of youth. In each one is a sweet spot, a pocket that's been formed by thousands of baseballs slamming into the same spot. They have spent nights in the backs of station wagons and on garage floors and under children's pillows. And now they rest here in Casey Mack's little workshop.
So these are my babies. These are my pride and joy. These are all collectible. Here's a Joe DiMaggio model glove. I mean, Ted Williams, Ernie Banks. Somewhere up here, I remember I have the first glove I ever collected. Oh, right here. So when I was 14, we went to a baseball tournament in Wenatchee, and I found this at an antique store, and it's a Joe Gordon. He played for the Yankees during the 30s. I always say your glove, the one that you personally use, and is an extension of who you are as a person, right? So never been used, still in the box. Ron Santo glove.
Somewhere along the way, Casey had the misfortune of owning a lousy wallet.
I remember being genuinely upset that my wallet was cheap and poorly made and made overseas, and I thought it would be so cool to make my own wallet.
So he bought a cowhide and taught himself how to make his own wallet. There it is. And then came a moment of true inspiration.
And I thought, gosh, this is so similar to baseball glove leather. How can I make this happen? And I just started looking at the two, and I'm like, let's just make a wallet from a glove.
He takes pictures of the old gloves first, and then he carves them up, which was hard at first because he considers them to be sacred.
It's just crazy to have it all come together.
He uses a die to mark the leather he wants to use. He cuts out the piece that he's chosen.
And that says Ted Williams, and that'll be front and center right there, Ted Williams.
If you were to visit Casey's garage workshop, you would see him surrounded by his gloves, hand-stitching his creations with needles and thread by the hour.
It's called traditional saddle stitch, so it's 2 needles and 1 thread.
You would see him grinding down the edges. You would see the attention to detail, the treating of the leather with beeswax, and finally, the burnishing wheel.
That's done, heading to a customer in Australia.
This one was a credit card holder. He also makes small billfolds and full wallets, too. He sends those pictures he took of the original gloves to his customers so they know where the wallets came from. And it turns out people love the baseball glove wallet idea, and they love Casey's work. Business is booming on his website, Mack Provisions.
Tell me about, what do you think about this?
Like Casey, I found an old glove when I was a kid at a flea market, and for some reason could never throw it away. Didn't seem right.
Probably 50s. Yep, early 50s, 3-finger. It's a Spalding triple action.
Casey got out one of his favorites, and we did what came naturally. We played a little catch. And then I gave him the old glove, and he went to work on it.
So this glove, I guarantee, sat in an attic for some time.
The lines get blurry, but we remain connected to old friends and old games we played, even old baseball gloves. And so then, after some time, a box came in the mail. In it was something I'll carry around forever. Leather that's been transformed by boot grease and time and dirt and summer sunshine and spit and the sweat of boys and girls and the joy of youth. And now transformed again by a guy who took the thing he loved the most in the world and figured out how to build his world around it so he'll never have to work another day in his life.